Big Apple, 3 a.m.
Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice is an action-adventure game developed by From Software and published by Activision, which released March 22, 2019, for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice takes place in feudal Japan during the Sengoku period, one of constant military conflict and political strife. The Ashina clan, led by legendary swordsman Isshin Ashina, has seized a substantial amount of territory and influence in the region. Wolf is an orphan who is adopted by a noble shinobi known as the Owl and raised as his own after a gruesome battle. The Owl takes Wolf under his wing and trains him into a full-fledged shinobi, swearing an ironclad oath to protect the divine heir, Lord Kuro. The young lord is the lone survivor of an ancient clan, with a sacred bloodline that can grant immortality. The great general falls ill, and the Ashina clan begins to teeter on the brink of defeat, leaving his grandson, Commander Genichiro Ashina, to resort to desperate measures and kidnap the young lord, leaving Wolf gravely wounded in the process. Wolf wakes up in an abandoned temple, with his severed arm having been replaced, with a prosthetic crafted by a mysterious sculptor. The one-armed wolf sets forth on his journey to regain his honor and fulfill his oath as the divine heir's protector. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice is a brutal and often unforgiving game from the sadists who brought you the Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and the Tenchu series. Every boss encounter will test your resolve and have you dying numerous times until you learn their rhythm, attack patterns, reaction windows, and nuances. While these encounters can be rage-inducing at times, players will eventually have a eureka moment where everything finally clicks and you can expose the enemy's weaknesses and openings. The adrenaline rush and redemption that you get after finally beating that boss after your 700th try is a feeling that very few games come close to replicating. Oh, you'll remember that motherfucker. The combat system boasts a unique vitality and posture mechanic which keeps the flow of battle tactical, frantic, and intense. Block an attack and you won't take any vitality damage, but your posture will be significantly compromised, which will ultimately leave you vulnerable. Posture recovery is contingent upon your vitality. Swinging your blade carelessly is a death sentence in this game, as many of the enemies can kill you with a single blow. Sekiro demands your full concentration at all times. You will need precision and cat-like reflexes to parry and dodge attacks, break your enemy's posture, and land a shinobi death blow. Even while on the defensive, players will have to mix aggression and patience in order to whittle down the relentless opponents. You may have to slowly chip away and jab at certain foes before you can put your foot on the gas. Some enemies will be more susceptible to vitality damage, while others will need to have their postures broken in order to be defeated. As a result, every time that you encounter a new type of enemy, it ends up feeling like a new puzzle just waiting to be solved. Wolf is able to resurrect after being slain, as long as you save enough meter. You get one resurrection token at every sculptor idol, and the rest after killing a certain amount of enemies. The more you die in Sekiro, your NPCs come down with a terrible illness known as dragon rot. You also lose half of your experience points and currency with every death, which can be a serious hindrance towards your skill progression. Wolf has a number of active and passive skill trees available to aid in combat and various prosthetic tools that add to Wolf's repertoire, including an iron umbrella, shurikens, and a battle axe to name a few. Wolf can also collect prayer beads, gourd seeds, and memories to get stronger. With the lack of any real RPG elements, this adds a sense of progression to the game and makes the world seem a little less intimidating. Stealth plays a vital role in Sekiro, especially when dealing with large mobs of enemies who can overwhelm you when spotted. You can even manage to use stealth to your advantage with some of the mini-bosses in the game. Leaping from a rooftop and landing a stealth death blow is immensely satisfying. However, I still came away feeling like the stealth elements could have been implemented just a little bit better. Sometimes, the AI can be completely oblivious and brain dead and can be easily manipulated through stealth. Other times, they can spot you from a mile away. Walking right past a guard and not being spotted through their peripheral vision broke the suspense and immersion for me at times. A little more polish in this regard would have made for a much better experience. The art design in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is remarkable and really nails the Sengoku era, with beautiful pagodas, cherry blossoms, wheat fields, and temples to feast your eyes. The Japanese mythology and Buddhist overtones can be found all throughout the environments, and they make the world a pleasure to explore. Sekiro supports HDR, but doesn't support native 4K, which is disappointing. The bosses in Sekiro look amazing, but the in-game character models and textures were a bit of a letdown. The visuals do look fantastic during cutscenes though. Frame rate can be choppy every now and then, but it isn't egregious or game-breaking. From Software clearly didn't take full advantage of the Xbox One X's power in regards to visuals or performance. 60 frames per second would have been ideal. The music fits the themes of the game very well, with flute, shamisen, koto, and violin scores that really captured the essence of the time period and set the tone for some memorable boss battles. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is an amazing experience from start to finish and an absolute jewel of a game. The constant Groundhog's Day loop of fighting the same boss over and over and getting your ass handed to you may not be for everybody though. Folks who enjoy playing video games to kick back and relax should be wary of this title, or at the very least understand exactly what it is they're walking into, as the game can be demoralizing to those who aren't up for this type of challenge. For those who enjoy mastering complex and intricate battle systems, look no further. Sekiro is one of the best action-adventure experiences you can find in 2019, and it definitely deserves a spot in your collection. I give Sekiro Shadows Die Twice an A. From all of us here at Rotten Apple Gaming, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you liked our video. Subscribe and click on the notification bell to stay updated on our following videos.